So hello and welcome everyone to yet another success story from Board Infinity. Today we are joined with Arkajyoti who will be telling you about his story. So first of all, Arkajyoti, congratulations and welcome.
Okay.
All right. So Arkajyoti, why don't you tell us about your early education and what was your stream in your graduation and how you got interested in data science and analytics?
Okay. I started from Douglas Memorial High Secondary School from plus 10 to 12. Over there, I was given science stream, but my marks in the secondary exam was not that good because on the days of examination, I met with an accident, and that was a terrible one. So I had given the examination, but I fainted after attending 36 months. So I passed the exam. I got 32 marks out of 36. So I didn't reappear. Many of my friends and family members told me to reappear for the exam. Then I thought it will be a loss of 1 year. So that is a huge task. So I didn't did that. So that I opted for hotel management. I had studied hotel management. I had got placed in Qatar in 2020
Okay.
with a good company. But in 2020, the COVID hit again. So
Right.
all of the things were banded. We are in lockdown state. So after that, I decided to stick with the same plan with hotel management. I didn't try to do MBA because my plan was to work with the company for 2 to 3 years. After that, to pursue a MBA program. So it didn't happen during that time. So on 2021, again, when the hotel contacted me to join, so I was ready to join at any time. But when just before 2 to 3 months of joining, again the COVID hit in 2021. There was another lockdown. So at that point of time, I thought I am wasting a year, so I need to do something else so that in the interview they will be asking what you have done for between these 2 years. So at that point of time, I thought of doing something. I prepared myself for different aptitude exams, government exams, and for different MNCs exam like for TCS and all. From
Right.
there, I was giving the exam, and I was also one of my friend who was already a student of Board Infinity had suggested me about Board Infinity, about their curriculum structures, their faculty members, their helpings, and all. So I had gone through their websites. I had read those blogs, those success stories, and all. So I get inspired from those, and I had switched from that department to different and whole new world. So that
Right.
was good. So at the beginning, I was nervous as it should be a totally different department. So my
Right.
first question that I was asking myself, like, why should a company should hire me after a 6 months of training? Why not a BTech student? So then, many of my friends and relatives are working in MNCs. So they had told me that your skills matter than your certificates and all. And Board Infinity is a platform which had helped me in growing all those skills. And here I am now, placed in Physics Wala, and that is a like good journey for me.
All right. So let's dive deeper into that, right? So what all skills, subject, tools you acquired, during your learning journey?
But some tools like Python, Tableau, and Excel were been taught along with SQL and along some machine learning models. I had
Right.
acquired some knowledge from myself also, like tools like Power BI, which has been I had done all about myself. They had helped me whenever I have if facing any issue. The coaches and all the our program managers and all that all helped me on doing in a smooth manner.
राइट सो व्हिच वन वाज योर फेवरेट मॉड्यूल एंड कौन से मॉड्यूल में आपको सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम फेस हुआ था? Yeah.
Favorite module, I was interested in ML,
Okay.
building models, because I find those things to be interesting, and mainly because we need to learn new things in ML as compared to other modules. Those are in ML, there are ways to get different modules, different models, different way of handling data. So ML was my favorite module, but I was happy to learn all of those things because in the future they will be helping me a lot.
So what was your mindset in the math module, right? Typically what we see, people who are coming from non coding background, right? एक डर already उनको रहता है. So how was your approach to that?
Math module at the beginning, it was little bit different because I haven't touched math for a long time. But
Mhm.
for the chapter of probability, it helped me a lot because
Mhm.
while I was preparing for the aptitude exams and all, I had learned all those concepts. So it was okay for me. Not that hard, not that too easy. It was okay for me.
All right. So now that you have completed, all this tools and skill set requirement, how was the placement preparation like?
That is one of the important thing that I'll be bringing this now. The placement thing is important because I was going through a lot of negative impacts, to be honest, in LinkedIn and various other platforms about Board Infinity and all. So on that point of time, according to me, it was right because
Mhm.
if a student is not prepared for the training for the
Right.
placement, so and the student goes to the placements and they get rejected over there, so the brand name of Board Initiative will go down. So the placement idea was good according to me. So, but many of my batchmates didn't say because yeah. So, but it
Right.
was good. The training was good. The important skills, the mainly those important questions and interview skills that are required, they had been taught to us. They had asked us the questions, and they had prepared us according to those. So that is the important part. That is the important aspect that I think it will be helpful for many other learners who is coming
Right.
from a different background. Yeah.
Absolutely. That is our mindset to connect the right candidate with the right company, right? And accordingly, with the skills we're connecting. So, what kind of projects did you make during your placement preparation?
Board Infinity has given me three projects to make, but from
Mhm.
myself, I had completed 13 or 14 projects from myself.
Mhm.
It was based on SQL, Python,
Mhm.
mainly on machine learning models, and Tableau and Power BI. Mainly, I had focused mainly on Power BI and Tableau because I found those tools to be easy than Tableau a little bit.
All right, perfect. So now that your placement preparation is also done, right? So what was companies and interview experience like? क्या क्या आपको सवाल उसमें पूछे गए? कितने rounds are typically there? And how many companies did you apply into?
Yeah, firstly, I applied for one company that was Physics World, and I got placed at the first go. And there are only two rounds, one a normal round and second one is the questionnaire round.
Okay.
So some in the first because but in my case it was different again. They
Mhm.
asked me question in the first round and the second round was a little uh, less tough than as compared to the first round. In the first
Okay.
round they had asked me about some SQL basic questions, introductions about my projects and all. In the second round, they had asked me about some business ideas, how you can grow your business, like, and many, like, one question that I can recall currently is like, how do YouTube generate their revenues? They have asked this kind of business questions along with some reasoning questions, puzzles. Yeah, that's all for the
All
both
right.
round of interviews.
Understood. Understood. So Arkajyoti, any word of advice from your side for fellows who are, preparing right now for their data analyst, data science jobs, and they are currently in the preparation process?
Stop using LinkedIn for mainly those fraud. I will not say fraud negative impacts because it was creating a negative impact. Like we
Mhm.
came from a different background and we are now a different background. So like we'll be mainly seeing those experience. All of the other students who had completed will be reading their post and all. So I will be my suggestion is to don't go with the negative side. You should work hard for yourself, have trust in your skills, and everything will be good.
Amazing. All right. So thanks a lot, Arkajyoti, for joining and sharing your story. And once again, congratulations on the placement.